guys, welcome back to Hype RC. In today's video we have the newest release from MEUS. This is the MB24. This is a 24 scale crawlers chassis build kit. Now this is a Raptor R. This thing is going to be super tough. Let's get over to the bench, see exactly what comes out of the box. We're going to take a look at all the upgrades we're going to put in this and then take it out for a nice crawl. Stick around and check it out. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take an up close look at what comes with this kit. So of course you get the Raptor R body. I actually got both of them, but I'm going to start off with this red and black one first. Then you get some really nice decals to go ahead and dress this body up. A couple sets of standard MEUS stickers, the instruction manual, the carbon fiber chassis, and then the body post and body mounts. You get two different bags of screws with chassis braces, and then a full interior with some lights, and then it looks like some rock sliders and a fifth wheel. So let's go ahead and take an up close look at the upgrades we're going to put on this rig. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the parts we're going to use on this build. We have something else for MEUS that is brand new. These are the new SCX24 Isokinetic axles. These are all aluminum axles with ball bearings and the brass upgrades installed. It comes with a lay-down aluminum servo mount as well. And then these front CVDs actually boast a 52-degree turning radius. These look super sick, and I cannot wait to try them out on this build. And then we're going to power this rig with the Furitek Torpedo kit. This comes with an aluminum transmission housing, the Python Pro ESC, and then this cedar brushless motor. Then we have the Injora aluminum skid plate, this EcoPower digital micro 12-gram servo, these all-metal Injora drive shafts. We're going to link this up with our new MT12 radio. This is the ER3CI micro receiver. This is super sick. I can't wait to give that a try. These 43mm RCLions shocks are super bad. We're going to do some customizing to those springs to make them work well. We have the Injora high clearance links in red and black, these Injora hex spacers to go ahead and widen this wheelbase, and then we're going to put on these 1.0 black and red Injora bead locks, and then we're going to mount up these 56mm swamp claws on those. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of these put on and get this whole rig built up, and then we're going to take it out for a crawl. Alright guys, I had an absolute blast building this MEUS MB24 Raptor R. This thing is absolutely killer looking in person, lots of scale, detail, but how did it perform? It actually exceeded my expectations. I kind of thought that this might be super top heavy and not uphill or side hill very well. It actually did both of those things very well, but how did everything else perform with it? So let's go ahead and talk about those Isokinetic front and rear axles that we put on this thing. Those things are absolutely absolutely killer. No cons for those, all pro. That 52-degree turning angle is actually maybe even just, I hate to say it, but a little bit too much. It's almost like something you would see on a drift car. So you can kind of tune that down a little bit or as up as much as you want, but you definitely get a huge turning radius on that. The build on them was very nice. They're very well constructed, so I highly recommend those. Next, let's talk about the Furitek Torpedo SCX24 kit. This thing is absolutely amazing. The FOC on this thing is super dope. The Bluetooth module, you know, allows you to hook up to the FuriKar app, and you can tune this thing in to run exactly how you want. The Injora upgrades that we used on this all perform very well. The high clearance links, the wheels and the tires I really like. The Swamp Claws, they are super killer tire. Highly recommend those. And then the Eco Pro servo on this is actually very nice, man. Tons of power and torque, no issues there. I really need to find an aluminum servo horn that fits that. I had to use a plastic one out of the kit, but it did perform very well. And then the MT12 remote with the ER3CI receiver are absolutely killer, man. If you guys haven't seen my video on this, I highly recommend you go and take a look at that. For 129 bucks, man, this thing is super killer. So let's talk about the cons of the MB24 build, though. So there are a few cons with this. Number one, you have to be very careful when you're building this kit. With the little 1.4 millimeter screws, you can strip things out very quickly. Take your time when you're putting this together, because if you start stripping it out, it's either going to be a pain in the butt, or you can basically just scrap the chassis itself. Next is the battery placement. So once you put the driver and the navigator in there, and then I mounted up the ESC and the receiver on the rock sliders, there's not a whole lot of room to mount the battery. So I ended up taking the rear tire out of this rig and mounting the battery up in the back of it. So the last thing for this rig is that you just have to take it easy on building the thing, because the screws in this kit are very soft and you will strip them out if you are not easy on them. So don't forget to support your local hobby shops. Bash, crawl, repeat. Hit that subscribe and like button for me and ring the bell so you can catch my next video. We'll see you next time.